Well, you finally had some competition.
You give me the juice, huh? By a bumper. Welcome back, another episode of Hoonicorn vs. the World Season 2, and as you may know if you watched last episode, this dude doesn't matter anymore. We've introduced his daughter, Lia Block, which is amazing weight reduction for the Hoonicorn.
She's 14 years old, driving a car with 1,400 horsepower. It's insane.
CSR2, tell him about Zach.
CSR2 brought you Hoonicorn vs. the World Season 2. You should download it because you can download this, the Hoonicorn, in the game. You can play over 300 cars. Say it with your chest!
Wow. Gear ratios and horsepower numbers and final drive and tire size. This thing is detailed down to the T in the game. Download it. Just what are you doing?
Welcome back, Hoonicorn vs. the World 2. Today, we're doing things a little bit backwards.
Did you guys tell him we're doing things backwards?
Yes.
We may have said
All right,
that we're doing things backwards.
We blew our time limit. We got to stop making noise at 6. So we did the races first so we could still make this episode. But we got to show you the cars still.
We did do the predictions before the race.
Yes, we did.
We did the predictions, we did the race because we both knew these cars.
Because the predictions matter so much. We didn't want to let you guys down.
That's what they watch the show for.
And this race had to happen because these are two wild cars. You know the Hoonicorn, but we also got another car that's in quadruple digit horsepower, 2 turbos, all-wheel drive, undefeated on this versus that.
Let's go look, because it's going to get dark, and then you're not going to see anything.
For those who don't know, who are you, where are you from?
I'm Mac Brosnan. I'm from Brantford, Connecticut.
What'd you bring here? What do we got? Let's do a rundown on the car for the people that haven't seen the previous episode.
By the way, this thing is beautiful.
Woo. From a photography side, I would ask for a little more res on the GT-R.
Yeah,
Listen, I would ask for a little less res on the bumper gap.
Well, that's what the Shipbox Edition stickers
Yeah,
were.
that is.
There you go.
So after we had the little fire here, melted the windshield, courtesy of my tuner, send it to me.
Have you seen Hoonigan? Our whole fleet is Shipbox.
I think we need to sell those to ourselves and somehow make money on it.
I've got multiple on my desk. So.
Nice.
And your tuner's actually here this time. Last time he was in Dubai. This time it was important enough to bring
Yeah,
him.
I was like,
flew him out.
dude, I can't.
16-hour flight.
I'm not gonna lose to a Mustang. You know
All right, before it gets dark, let's pop the hood. So
Well,
we can see
real quick,
what we're
for
working
those who
with.
don't know, R35 GT-R.
Yeah, R35 GT-R, stock like cast
Here we
block.
go. Here we go.
Like a bush!
Oh, God.
No, that wasn't a stock. This stock, that. A lot of them at this power level have billet blocks and stuff like that. It's a stock block VR38, 68 millimeter turbos, some methanol. That's really about it.
So the
Let's
block
look
is
at this
stock, but
thing.
everything in it.
Of course, yeah.
Let's take a look.
Yeah.
Just be clear.
Are these iron block or aluminum?
No,
They're aluminum.
yeah,
Shit.
but they're like closed deck and everything.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
God damn.
That is a beautiful engine bay. This is a work of art.
So what are we looking at here?
That's a Mad Sweden billet intake manifold, obviously made in Sweden. I've got precision turbo 6875s. We got a custom turbo kit from Boost Logic.
Is this factory suspension geometry? You just made your own
Yes.
shock towers?
Yeah, exactly. So I do like no prep racing and street racing. So I wanted to move a little bit weight back and be a little different. So we literally made a jig so everything is exactly where it would be from the factory. It just gave us a lot more room.
So you run SPL arms up top. Are those to like correct geo on the
Yeah,
car?
so
or
well
what is that?
basically the factory only has so much adjustment. So when you go lower, you can't get any positive adjustment out of it at all. So we just do it to get it back to zero.
Do you know the
It works out a lot
diameter
for
of
us.
this intake piping? Because that is
5-inch.
5-inch intake
Yep.
piping.
Because with that
×2.
with that long of a pipe,
Right.
it would actually end up being a restriction. So now with the velocity stacks in there, almost guaranteed builds positive pressure going down. I don't have a hood prop. Oh, actually I do have a hood prop. Hang on. That's the best thing.
Oh.
Get the
Oh my God.
It works?
It does work, yeah.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
We got a race for that.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Well, this is a beautiful engine bay. It's rad that a race car looks like a show car. What else we working with inside?
It doesn't have anything inside. It looks like a CRX.
Hey, I appreciate that call out, by the way.
Yo, carbon everything, stock shifter.
Has to have that, unfortunately.
Yeah, because you run the stock transmission, right?
Yeah,
Do
so all
people
that does
upgrade
is-
these transmissions at all? I mean, change them out for like a regular sequential or anything, or are these better than a sequential?
Smart people throw them in the trash and put like a Turbo 400 or something in and just go rear wheel drive and get rid of the headache. But people that want to advance in the GT-R platform, like you keep the stock trans or else it's not a GT-R anymore, you know?
Right.
How much horsepower does Kimbo Slice add? Is that Kimbo? That is Kimbo, right?
The spirit of Kimbo. This car.
Yeah, I actually just had Kimbo's son comment on my Instagram picture last night.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That's cool. And this
it was
car is
really cool.
named Kimbo.
Yeah.
On the
Because
team.
originally I built the car only to race on the street, and when I was a kid, I always used to watch Kimbo fighting in the street on YouTube. Yeah.
Can we talk your wheel tire setup? I mean, you're running. It looks like a different tire front to back. I mean,
Yeah, so
different
you
sizes,
can't
obviously.
fit the same size tire in the front. So we have a 28 by 10 in the front and a 28 10.5W in the rear. So it's about 2.5 inches wider, if not a little more.
Oh, so that's still a 10 up front though.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty big
It's 10
tire.
wide.
That's a lot
because
of tire up
because
front.
it doesn't pack a lot of lip on the front. For some reason, I visually think it's kind of a skinny.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was so wide.
Yeah, you can fit the 10.5 up front, but you gain so little with that it's almost better having
Right.
a lighter tire.
Isn't it amazing that we've already done an episode on this
And there's
car,
still more
and
things to
either
learn.
we have Snapchat memory and we don't know anything, or we're still really interesting. Let's go look at the Hoonicorn for a quick run through before the race.
Check it out, we are selling everything here, everything on table, things not on table, things you may see in show, things you won't see in show. Right, Vin?
You heard the guy. We're opening an eBay store. We got a lot of junk. We got to get rid of a lot of junk. So you know what? You could buy our junk.
This is literally Soupy's mom's suitcase that she used for a while. You can have it for the full price of whatever you want because it's an auction. You get to choose the price.
Or you could buy things like the Mishimoto oil filler cap. We don't make this anymore. We made it a couple years ago. We saved a few for a time like this. Get a copy of Super Street with Hertz car on it.
You're probably watching this in action right now on the show. This is the clutch from the Hoonicorn, smoked, maybe during this episode, maybe not. You could have a piece of Hoonicorn history.
We build a lot of cars, so we have a lot of car parts and a lot of things. So we figured rather than just like throwing it on the internet, we'd sell it to you guys so we could take the money and build more cars and buy more crap.
Anyway, all of these items can be seen on our eBay store. Hit the link below. It's gonna be updated weekly.
And if you're not that good at the internet, just go to ebay.com, type in Hoonigan in the spot where you type things, and I guarantee you it'll take you to the store.
That's what I would do.
Thank you, comrades, thank you. This bike not for sale, this is my shit. Hit the link.
All right, so you guys have seen the Hoonicorn about 1 million times, so we're not gonna do a full walk around. We'll do the cliff notes. 1965 Mustang, but it's all-wheel drive. It's got a V8 twin turbo, sequential transmission that we just switched over to paddles. That's not the only thing that we updated. We reliveried it, so it looks like V1, the OG, when it was NA. We also added more safety, fire suppression system, and most importantly, new wheels. These are American Racing VF 503s. They kind of like an old school D-window NASCAR style wheel, except for their forged aluminum.
And even more importantly, on the inside of the lip, there's something special. It's a patent pending technology that American Racing is literally testing with this car.
It's a no slip portion of the barrel so that the tire can't slip on the bead, because when you're launching a car that has a ton of grip and a ton of horsepower, the tire could actually move on the rim, which isn't that good because you're losing traction.
So it's a certain texturing or like surface beat, like shot peening that they do to the outside to create more friction so it doesn't slip. Still trying to name it though. We're calling it grip shot. If you got a better name, hit us in the comments.
Next time we mount the tires, we'll mount it using hairspray, like an old bicycle grip.
Sick. Yo, Aquanet was always the best.
Yeah.
You gotta get them on quick though.
Yeah. Oh, did we mention that Ken's not gonna drive the car? It's gonna be his daughter, Leah.
You already saw that in the last episode.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Leah's driving it.
Surprise. Leah!
The most important mod to the car, the driver mod.
All right, let's go do it.
Yeah,
or
let's see it.
cut to it.
Let's go
One of the two.
do it again.
Let's go backwards.
All right, and I know what you're thinking. 1,400 horsepower driven by a 14-year-old girl, probably a little bit sketchy, right? While myself, I might put safety third. We don't do that when it comes to kids here at Hoonigan. So to get Leah prepared for this, we have ran her through an intensive training program with some of the best drivers in the world. She has actually driven more things than most people will ever race in their entire life in the last few months. So she's ready.
Look, they're both equal cars, and one car's got a better tire, and that's the GT-R. As much as I hate to root against the Hoonicorn, better tire wins.
It's gonna be close, but I think Max got this one. I think it's the first time ever that I'm gonna confidently say that the Hoonicorn is not gonna take it. The GT-R. Sorry.
I know it's hard to say. I'm gonna go with the GT-R. I think the Hoonicorn's gonna win.
This one's gonna be difficult because obviously GT-R is ridiculously fast. It's a good driver. Still gonna go with my girl Lia. Let's go.
A lot of you are wondering what we run in this thing. Fire breathing, tire blistering, massive horsepower. We run VP Racing M5 methanol.
Now, VP Racing actually makes a lot of fluids that we run on this car, like their 622 brake fluid, the Stay Frosty coolant. But this stuff right here, this methanol, that's what the secret is to making this thing as fast as it goes.
Spicy sauce.
That thing is sketch.
He shouldn't have left. He jumped.
Well, you finally had some competition.
He jumped the start.
He jumped.
I went.
But you chased.
Hey, chase is a race. Chase is a race.
That's a really fast car. I think Hoonicorn gets a car and we get the hit, and that'll be a really good race.
Yeah. Car and a hit.
If you lose to this one, it's an alright car to lose to.
I think the thing you negotiate is like, this dude is a pro at this. He knows it.
Let's go talk to them.
You know it.
It wasn't that fast at 500, but it gets faster after that.
This car took it by about 4 cars, so we're thinking Hoonicorn gets 1 car and the hit.
We could do a car, man.
We'll leave it up to you. It's your race. What do you think would be best?
I don't know.
I would go. That's why you've been nominated.
I negotiate a car and the hit. I would give her an input on it, you know?
You know the rule. It's the second race. So you should ask for what you want, because there's always a third race if you win.
Car and the hit. Worst case scenario, she beats you, you get 1 more race.
Yeah.
So
Just give us a second to finish packing the chutes and ice it down. And we're
Cool.
ready to go.
Sounds good.
Round 2.
I think she just got him, but she smoked him the whole way.
Dude.
Yo,
someone doesn't like to lose. Hoonicorn by a bumper. All right, so she took you by a bumper. What race you on now?
I heard a car.
No, I heard a bumper.
I think 1 car and hand drop.
Especially if you leave on time.
On the hands, you mean? Yeah. Oh, left and right.
We watched the footage.
Yeah, no,
we watched the footage.
It's like 0-0.
It's basically Zach did this and he left. You got to shake a man's hand for something like that. So.
All right, 1 car in the hands.
You good with that, Leah?
But stay same, right?
But you move forward. Shorten the course for you. Shake on it.
All right. You got a race.
That was a drive shaft.
I thought it was a rod at first. I just saw.
Don't touch it. That's not hot. All right, I'm just checking. You guys gave her the juice, huh? She gets a new addition to the Ain't Care wall.
Oh, that's there. This girl is amazing at this.
Power.
I know it's not the way you wanted to win, but you won.
Slight problem.
That's a big slight problem.
That's a big slight problem. You are officially the first person to beat the Hoonicorn. You and the merch van live in a special place. Yeah.
I think the merch van could have taken on that one too.
She said she didn't mind losing because, what'd you say?
I'd rather take a DNF than a loss.
I'm sure we can make another trip.
Anyway, again, Mac, thank you.
Thank you guys.
We love having you out all the time. We'll do this again.
Oh my God.
We're gonna put this horse out the pasture. Here's your pen, get your autograph, and then move on.